today, August 19th of August 2014, Auckland, New Zealand. Today I'm just making this video for Matt Taylor in Brighton, England. This flag you see here, I'm going to send you one of these flags here that's been well used up and down the streets in protest here in New Zealand, all over New Zealand. And so you can take that to Parliament, to Westminster, to tell David Cameron to raise it in Parliament as the authority that they're using, usurping King William IV Admiralty jurisdiction, court martial authority, and seal, his king seal, the seal of the black you see around the red cross, for trade around the world, free passage. If you've listened to Prince Edward, you can hear him saying the same language of free passage through the world for ships, shore sail, that carried the flag. This flag is on the shore sail on the top, the biggest flag, and also the front of the boat. That is carrying the HM Customs cargo or manifest or merchandise, property of the private contract of the Queen of England. Okay, so that's our business, to have that flag here in New Zealand recognised as the only trading bank, commercial, LIEN, mortgage, business partnership flag between Britain and our native people here in New Zealand, in the world. It's the only commercial trading bank flag in the world. Then the military Navy flag is not a commercial banking trading flag. Okay, so when Prince Andrew, not Prince Edward, Prince Andrew says that he is exercising his right as a admiral in the Navy, an extension of the Navy to what he was and what he got sacked from, skullduggery business on the ships, carrying things other than royal revenue collected from the countries that they were in the Commonwealth, of raping the resources and also the land and the people. All right, so we're charged with extending this authority to you, Matt Taylor, under this flag. You're able to exercise the same rights as we have here in New Zealand from any instruction I give you as the authority of a king, and you being King Arthur is just the same persona or the same instincts of acting like a king and is a king, commands of the acts you'll see. The acts I've put there on our site, on the High Court of Admiralty Facebook site. You'll see all the acts I've picked out that we'll be choosing from those acts, other than all the rest of the acts that King William put together in 1830, 1837, his reign as the monarchy sovereign. So we have the legal right as his trading partner that's for the Admiralty of shipping prize and possessions for the Crown from one country to the other. Okay, so this is the only flag that they use to carry contraband or whatever back to England. So we are exercising the same right to cart it gold all the way back to England from wherever the Queen has taken it and stolen it over the period of time since she was changed the Lisbon Treaty in 16th of July 2008 with Gordon Brown. So from then on she started carting the gold out and all the possessions from England out to somewhere else, more than likely to the European Union Parliament, where she is now as a head Jesuit. So the head Jesuit is gone, the Pope, Black Pope, Adolfo Nicolas Patron, he's run away, the same as Ratzinger's run away as well. So they're evil with the money, as being the most richest people in the world is the church. They use church to frighten people. That's the guts of it, and not to go and teach people how to be nice. They were there for evil purposes, and you can see now why the Queen has run off. And people in Britain, this is for you. You should wake up now and see what the Queen has done to you. She has raped you, stripped you, and has cleaned you out. And so we're going to bill her. We're going to bill her for all the total amount of 970 million trillion pound notes and gold bullion set against her name, her estates, and everything she says belongs to her belongs to this flag and belongs to King William and Queen Victoria, our trust with Queen Victoria. Was the only way it got around was this flag. The Navy was there only to protect the business, right, from getting from A to B, the prize and possessions that they picked up with this flag, right, and proves that Prince Andrew used this on that boat, on the shore table, without a word of a lie. It's there, him talking in his video, quite plainly, that he was running commerce and trading in the Commonwealth for England, not for Germany, not for the EU, not for the UN, not for NATO, not for America, but for Westminster Parliament and the good people of Britain. That's who we are, part of you, as you are 1/8 of the deal with this flag and everything collected around the world with those boats that went to England with it. The Topaz Navy ship picked up the Moai statue and took it to England, the first one that ever took in 1868. Queen Victoria picked it up. See, she knew it had the mana and the power of God in the Moai statue and hid it for over 100 years. Okay? Then Queen Elizabeth bought it out and put it in the Queen Elizabeth Great Court, right? Stuck the Moai in there. Now, she's run off. That means England should have nothing to do with her. Nazi Germany have fleeced you and fleeced all our people in the Pacific, and we're going to fleece her back, right, with the instruments, these search and seizure warrants that we're going to exercise on the people who work for the Crown as agents here in New Zealand. The same time on Cook Street, we're going to seize that property this week, okay? And we're going to seize one property in London for our office, Matt. One block of land in any one of the Commonwealth countries, 16 of them, or anywhere else outside the Commonwealth, America. One block of land equals the whole lot. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how Admiralty works. One equals the lot. Right? So we take one title here, we take the whole country after the first one. Okay, because it's still got the Queen's name on it as a default convicted criminal felon. That means everyone attached to her, they can't run off now and swear to something else. Too late. We've trapped you at the 16th of July 2008. Before, during, and after the Lisbon Treaty was signed. You're snapped right there. Okay? You can't move because it's all in affidavits. You never, ever bothered to refute. We can bring those up any time in the High Court of Admiralty online. So we've got 1 billion people watching at a time on this courthouse. Okay, so we're going to set a courthouse up in London, Matt, so you can go from Brighton, extend from there to London and straight to Plymouth. Okay, we're going to seize Plymouth under the orders of this flag. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it because it's law. It's the same law they're using. This man put the law together, the Admiralty, and all those acts. That's where all the acts came from, and that's how they got around the world on this flag. No other flag has instruments, conveyancing instruments, done by the Jews, all that sort of racket, to go to the bank and borrow money, mortgage, land as security. Okay? So we just seize it all back with this flag. And Matt, you're going to take this flag up and down the street and tell everybody what it means. They are one of those points on that flag. You see that star? That's you. People over there and all your expats here in New Zealand, including Graham Maillet, our private investigator. Okay, he's with us to go after everybody. And John Key in Hawaii, he'll take his property. Right? So John Key, he's on trial here already with the media and with the people. They want him strung up. Right? We're just going to be diplomatic about everything we do because it's got a bill attached to each of the names and surnames of everyone attached as accessories to the Queen and her fraud. By default of if they don't refute the affidavits that Hammond has got over the period of at least since 2009 till now. So no one can say they, like John Patterson says, that, oh, I have to go through him to get to Hammond. No, 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 no. He got no business in these contracts between Moai, Crown, Federal State, here, the natives, and the British Crown. Westminster, government, parliament, right? That's fixed institute law. If you go and do his homework and go in there, you'll see us there. Okay, so I'm just telling you, this flag is real. It's come from a king in England, the only king in England that put all those acts together to get people where they are in the world, legally, on paper. That's why the Queen has got it over you all and taken it down that path for herself. The kings always have it for the people, right? King William put them in his carriage and went down the street, picked them up, the people, the citizens. That's how he was, like Tesla. He wanted the good for people, not the evil that you see now. So we're going to reverse the situation of where the gold is. It'll turn up because we'll put the military in there. We'll print money off, Matt, against those debtors. You see that amount I said? One more time. 970 million trillion pound notes in gold bullion. Real stuff. Okay? Wherever the gold is, the military will have enough money to feed themselves to look for it in every corner of the earth. Okay? So that's not a problem. They are instruments of legal authority under their flag. Okay, so very much real. I'll put it in the mail shortly, Matt, and send it to you with a authority note to let you carry on till we get there. By the time we get there, it's all over, Jamie and I, and we'll be bringing someone from Raiatea, Rapa Nui, to speak for Moai. Okay, that's standing. That's the memorial that we're using with King William. Okay, we've got a memorial there, standing there. They don't realise what he means. They don't realise those memorials are God's face and God's title to this planet Earth, right? They have no say of why they stole it, for what reason. Okay, we're going to tell them there, I'm sorry, you stole it for us, so we can come there and take over. Okay? Virtually, what it means. Anyway, all those immigrants that come and live in England and Wales and Scotland are there as alien. And we're going to make that point quite clear. who is who on the planet. And the same people are here from Britain. Treat them no different to what you are there. They are here on the same equal terms as you are there in England. The same deal with one queen. She's still a queen, not for long, because we're sacking her, Matt, on the spot. As this notice goes out today, you might as well say she's sacked when we write the letter to Hammond and David Cameron, Prime Minister, and freeze her assets right there and then. Right? We've freezed the assets there, and all you have to do is get a petition going and tick the box what you want to do with her. We can express the law the way we want. Hanging is an option. Okay? Hanging in public is an option. She ain't going to get away with what she has done to all those children, right? And kidnap them and use them as sacrifice and kill them. They're getting caught now. Kevin Annette is doing a very good job in Canada to apprehend all those ministers in the church that are evil, doing evil things, and the government in USA and Obama and Jesuits. All those evil people, we're going to knock them right off the land. Out they go. And all their symbols, all their evil things, right off Israel, off the planet. Because they are not helping to maintain humanity life on this earth, other than to take over using the Admiralty law. We're going to strip them, Matt, strip them of the Admiralty law. Anybody in the world, everybody will get stripped off when we get there. Okay? And we're not there, someone else will be there to take our place. And you can pick up on the same issues there as your 1/8 say in this matter contract. Okay? So I'll let you into the contract. Here on behalf of our native people, our chiefs up at Titi Marae in Waitangi, Kingi Tauroa and Papa Hei Hei, and others who follow me in this journey, right through all this time, why we are diplomatic, and they will have their place in the equation. It's too technical for anybody to take to England to sign just one document, right, to end the Queen's reign as trustee and on the throne. Up she goes while she's a queen. Sack her and hang her before she abdicates to Charlie, and he'll be on the hanging too. Okay, the whole lot of them are in the paedophile ring, and Cliff Richard and all the rest of them in entertaining the Queen. Okay, I'm saying they are very bad to have done this to King William and our flag. They are evil to have done all of this, which was enough money for people to live on. We're going to strip them of everything. Castles, the lot. Okay, Buckingham Palace and Edinburgh. Those are the Queen's properties. Take them off her. Okay, Matt? We take them off her and put the Scotland Yard straight in there and enforce the law after David Cameron shut his mouth. When he shut his mouth to his ancestor, King William, and won't raise King William's flag, it's because you'll find that he's using it. The Queen's using it. The Pope's using it. Obama's using it. The whole damn lot of them in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, Commonwealth countries using the flag. Using the flag. Because you know why? It's in the cupboard in Wellington here, and they're going to get the big bill. The iwi's going to get the bill, right? These Maoris, iwis, are going to get the bill because they tried to kick me off the land here in Auckland. Guess who's going to go first? Okay? Tiwana Tibble and those fellas, Narumu Blair, the cheeky fellas. You're listening to this video? You got a big bill coming. All you iwis that are still playing around with the Maori government, Maori Parliament, Maori Party, and all those parties fueling this government in Wellington, the fraud that's picked another flag other than this one. Well, we're going to make this one kick them out. Okay? Kick them. September come, this flag will kick them out. If we're in a position to kick them out, we've got the money rolling from printing it off. We have the right to print the money, Matt. We have the legal right to print the money. That's what Jeff, HRH, Prince Regent, Jeff Foley, Lord High Constable, Magistrate of Lower Hayden Castle in Wales. That's my mate in Australia. Okay, that's what he said. Print away, because you have the right to print against some tangible equity or collateral. Collateral is those agents, the Crown fraud agents, the gold on one hand, okay, the gold, and the land that she says is 17 trillion. Okay, the value of that we seized, 17 trillion. I put it all on there. I spoke to the CRB here, Phillip Taylor. I'll put that on here so you can hear his voice talking to me. Okay, this is real stuff, right? He had no jurisdiction for me in Cook Street, yet he's supporting what I'm doing and saying how long it's going to take for you to do. Right? It's a long time. Nothing happening. 6 months, 12 months, or what? I said, no, this week. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's acknowledged that we are going to seize this land finally. We've got enough to go on, just him uttering support in that manner without written authority, a letter. I want a letter from him. He managed to give me a letter from a fraud case with Julian Falconer, lawyer in London, and Martin Cicluna, Lloyd's Bank in London, ripped me off. He managed to get a letter to say it was a fraud, a scam fraud. But he can't give me a letter up the road here for the property just up the road to say it's a fraud. You see? Because, oh, no, that's for those fellas. I'm in Otahuhu down in South Auckland. You got to get someone from here. Chances are, if I get someone from here, they won't answer. Like Aaron Pascoe is the criminal fraud investigator, senior detective sergeant of the police force here in the Auckland Central Region. I mean, that's the biggest police station in Auckland. We videoed the thing. And he rang me up and said this. He said this. I do not want to get in a contract with you, Mr. Wanoa. So, guess what? That just told me he had no jurisdiction over what I'm saying to him. I've put you in a box, in a dark box. Too late, mate. Too late. You're in the box as default conviction. Okay? Default. It's a default. It stays there. You can't take it off because the British magistrate, court, martial, in the Admiralty Court has already got the complaint about who is going to get the bill, okay, because they are our partners. They have to support us from the British end for King William. Someone's collecting the royal revenue for the king. For the king. Which king? Which king is they talking about? Which king, Matt? I want you to make a petition to all the people in Britain to answer. Tick the box. Do you want the Queen hung in public? Yes or no? Why? Okay? Do you want David Cameron hung for supporting her in treason and genocide, pedophiles and all the rest of it? Do you want him hung? And do you want Phillip Hammond hung too for supporting their trade under this flag and not telling you whose flag they're going under or whose authority do they use when we're in contract? We're the first party and the second party to King William and Queen Victoria. Not the Queen, to those two, right? Because they're the legal authority trust that we had set up in 1844 with Queen Victoria. All that gold, all that money that she's amassed, it's not our problem that she went around the world and pulled everybody into contract with her. That's not our business. She's there to run our trust. She's collected a lot of money. We've put a figure on it, just like the tax department, the IRS and the IRD here. We put a figure on it. Yeah? We made a figure match up to the OPPT World Bank figure of 970 million trillion. That's equivalent to 1141, 900 million trillion, and the rest of expenses and inflation, all the rest of it added to it to come up with that figure. Okay, they can't deny it because we put that to them, and it's too late. The time has passed. They said nothing. Say nothing, you get the bill. Okay, so we start printing anywhere up to there. So start printing. We'll get the printer going, and That's law. That's the law of this flag, of the acts of King William IV. Do not argue, because you'll get dragged into contract, any of you people. John Patterson, I just tell you that anybody interferes with Matt while he's in our business, while I've given him authority to use this flag, will get pulled into contract and your name will appear in the court dock, right, for trial and get the bill. So we've set aside 1 billion Crown agents or families of the royal families, the 300 royal families, and everybody around the world, 1 billion out of 7 billion people in the world. We've put aside 6 billion people to divide into that figure of 970 million trillion, right? Split it up as a figure of who it's going to. It's going to benefit all the people in the world of 250 countries, just like that man. Okay, that's why we come to England for, to set that up, then go around the world and set it up to split up that which belongs to us and which is stolen. Should be not leaving the shores of England. Okay, any of the money should never have gone out without our authority. And so that's all I want to say for now. So I'll get this flag on the way to you, Matt, in the post. Hope it won't take too long, but enough time for us to get the letters to Cameron, the Queen, and Hammond, and also John Key here, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and Jerry Mataprai Andrews, the Governor General, and one other. I think there was one other person here, third person. So there's 8 people altogether that will get the notice. I've got a lot of writing to do. And all it's going to express is that if they do not answer to this flag, to King William, then we'll go ahead and seize everything and sack the trustees and print the money off against all those debtors, the whole Parliament in Westminster. Okay, so that'll give them something to chew on. Matt, you're doing a good job there. Unfortunately for John Patterson, he got a bit upset and started calling us names, and I don't aspire to that, being called names and this and that, and amateurs and everything. So that's not a very good start for him. Although Bill George Lees did make some suggestion of me not having anything to do with me, fine. So we just cut him off and not have him involved in our business. Just you, Matt, and Gordon Bowden, if you're out and about, we still consider you to join us if you want. Otherwise, that's your choice. So we got you full on, Matt, whatever you say and do. We're not too concerned about how you do it. We're only concerned about what you do for us and justice this way. And don't have to worry about what anybody says. You just go ahead and do it. Even if you make mistakes, not everybody's perfect. You're better than those people in the pedophiles and all the people in Parliament that's fraudulent. You're better than them. And you can pat yourself on the back for now for picking us to be a partner. Okay, so you're very much good friend, and that's all I want to say. See you later, alligator, smile a while, crocodile. Bye for now.